gender, etc. Just look at people as human beings to begin with. This tree could be a bit technically difficult, but this should be easy. And in one effort, you take a tremendous leap into the vision of oneness in all. We are all human beings. The expression human being is the most beautiful expression because it is the being which is being highlighted. Being is Sat. So when you say human being, you are talking of the Sat there. Sadekameva somyedamagra asit, that Sat is sitting there, but conditioned by a particular shape, human. Still the conditioning is there, but the conditioning is not as powerful as caste, creed, race, religion, etc. And only eventually you have to look at living beings also the same way. But first you begin with this, all are human beings. And there is no friend, there is no foe, there is only divinity. Try some of these things. Tree, this example is given in a technical context where we have to point out that this dichotomy of the knower and known is unreal. I have to, the Advaita, you know, the Dvaita is the subject-object, that is the Dvaita, both are real. Both are unreal, something else is real, and out of which subject-object is a superimposition on which. So in that context a tree is mentioned. If the tree doesn't work for you, don't drop it. Don't get disturbed by that. Drop it. Try some of these things. Yeah. Our true nature is to be, yeah. To be is to be aware. True. But we constantly get pulled into a state of doing. No, you are imagining again. You are not pulled into a state of doing. You assume yourself as the doer. You have so many demands and so much seeking, and you have so many fears to address, and therefore go into the world and do all kinds of things, silly and not so silly. That is what is going on. Nobody pulls you into all these things. So that's why you be the pure being and allow the natural thing to happen naturally. That explains everything. That's why it has kind of become a refrain in these last 2-3 days. Because that makes things easy for me. That saves a lot of explanation. So that's why I said it like that. Even though doing is tiring, it seems that to do is easy than to be. This is your problem, I can understand. It is there, we call it karmasakti. People, you see, asakti, attachment, kartrutva-sakti, bhoktrutva-sakti or phalasakti, both are one and the same. Then there is karmasakti, and then the fourth one is akartrutva-sakti. There are 4 kinds of attachments. And one attachment is you have to do something or the other. You have to do. So, we have a proverb in Telugu which explains the karmasakti quite dramatically. That is, the barber, so when he is done with all customers, still lunchtime is 1 hour away. No customers anymore. So now he catches a cat and shaves it. So that means there is karmasakti. There is karmasakti. You got the example? Eh? Then some of our friends, they cannot sit quiet. They cannot be silent. They have to say something or the other. And you suppose we are all sitting. Now I cannot say so many things, there is no occasion for saying. Therefore start reciting some verse or the other. Some pull out, there is a box of worn out verses, not having much meaning. He may not be knowing, even if some good meaning is there, the guy may not be knowing. And just pull out a few of those things and go on reciting it and feel good that I am doing something. I suggest be silent, just be. You need not do all the time. This doing has become a kind of an addiction. Why don't you be? Just be. No, I want to chant. No, you need not chant, just be. So you have to practice that way. So this is the karma sakti. You have to address that. To even dedicate some time every day to be aware, seems to be a challenge. Why? It is not a challenge. So, you see, the asaktis, you are seeking something from the world. And therefore, while seeking things from the world, you have to act to get them. So you are caught in the flow of work. That is how we get caught. So you have to address your desires and fears, and you have to give up the desires, lock, stock and barrel, and then that takes care of bhoktrutva. Now you are left with nitya karmas and naimittika karmas. You do them with love. That too there is no self in that. They are selfless only anyway. But even the sense of doership, you need not take it so seriously. Allow them to happen. Instead of I doing them, nitya naimittika, I allow the nitya naimittika to happen. Eventually, you will come out of the karma sakti. Once as you begin to come out of the karma sakti, your abidance in the true being, the inner being, it will become stronger and stronger. We will discuss further. Tatra sthitihi drudhaiva nishtha, like that it is coming. Some more I will discuss. And then probably as you attend the class, some of the doubts can be cleared there. Is it possible to be in a state of being while doing? Yes. You see, I tell you, while doing, if you put total attention on the doing, total attention will be on the doing. You are not seeking any reward. You do not take upon yourself this doership. I am doing. That kind of a wrong notion you do not entertain. You do not seek any result. You allow the thing. That means what? You are not doer. You are not assuming that you are the doer, and you are not seeking any result. So now already kartrutva, bhoktrutva are neutralized. It is such an easy thing to do. It is doable that way. But there is total dedication to the work. You do it with full love. So there is a verse in Gita, Mukta Sango Naham Vadi, 18th chapter, Dhrityutsaha Samanvitaha Karta Satvika Uchyate. There is a third line. So you do not say I am doing. Anaham Vadi. Mukta Sangaha. Sangaha is phalasakti. So the desire for the result, you just give up. You don't need it. You do not say I am doing. You see, some of our volunteers, they put this big badge, volunteer badge. What volunteering he does is very, very small. So, sir, you put your bike here. That is the volunteering he does. And for that, he puts a big badge here. This is how we are caught in this karma sakti. And then at the end of it, all volunteers have to take a photograph, this group photo. And the Swami has to sit in between all of them. And the Swami is also happy, one more photo of his is coming. This is how we are caught in this maya, in this samsara. You have to dismantle all these structures and then talk of being. You keep all those structures and you want to the cake and eat it too. It doesn't work like that. You dismantle all these things, then see what happens. Then this is what will happen. You abide in your pure being, the natural thing happens naturally. So what I wanted to say, when you do a karma without the sense of doership, without seeking any reward, you are doing a karma with love, with earnestness, with enthusiasm, dhrityutsaha samanvitaha. When you are doing it, when that is how the karma is happening, you are not doing it. When that is how the karma is happening, that karma is a samadhi. That is the pure being only. You are not into the karma anymore. The karma becomes a samadhi, brahma karma samadhina. The karma is the samadhi. That is how you do. You see, taking a class is a samadhi, provided I am an acharya. Now it is not a samadhi. It is a huge burden. I have to prove that I am an acharya, And then some reward also you seek. Then it becomes a samsara. It becomes a mercantile thing it is, for the sake of reward. Suppose you do not assume yourself to be a guru or acharya or a doer or a speaker, this and that. And then there is no reward in your head at all. Then the entire teaching, that 1 hour session, it becomes a samadhi. It is a samadhi. And you are already abiding in your swarupa. Therefore, that is how the karma happens. Therefore, karma is not opposed to karma the way I have described. It is not opposed to abidance in Atma Swarupa. That is way. So, this is a bit critical topic. We will come to it further. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.